put a little bow on top, and now nobody's going to go and watch your movie because everybody hates you. They think your movie's junk. They think your comments are junk. Nobody cares what you have to say. You've got to stick up your butt, and you're probably just the most hated actress in Hollywood at the moment because of the way you conduct yourself. Let's talk about Rachel Zegler, the actress in the upcoming live-action remake of Disney's Snow White movie. Obviously, in the past, she's come out and made ridiculous, cringeworthy, nonsense comments about the original Snow White, calling the prince a stalker, saying the movie's outdated, all this kind of cringeworthy stuff that people jumped on her. It caused a load of controversy. But this time, she's come out on social media and made a big, lengthy post about Trump winning the election, that she hates Trump supporters, and all this kind of political nonsense that she's come out with. And to be honest, her coming out with this kind of garbage on social media is not going to help the film, and people already hate this actress as it is, and I think her ratings are going to go further downhill because this is just a load of verbal nonsense. But guys, let's jump into this, let's break it down, let's see what Rachel Zegler had to say, then we'll go over to the X platform and we'll check out some comments from the community and see what they have to say in reaction to Rachel Zegler's comments here. So this comes to us from Cosmic Book News. Rachel Zegler has epic meltdown over Trump win. She's not the only celebrity to have done this as well. There's like compilations all over social media of different celebrities, different people like going crazy because Trump won. Whether you agree with Trump winning or not, like people have been acting crazy and it kind of blows my mind, these different videos that I've seen. But anyway, we're here to talk about Rachel Zegler. So joining the long list of celebs, Rachel Zegler has also had an epic meltdown over Donald Trump winning the 2024 election in a landslide victory over Kamala Harris. So recently, has seen celebs quit X, but so far as of yet, none have officially moved to Canada. What's that? Recently has been seen that celebs have quit X, but so far as of yet, none have officially moved to Canada. Comic book writers are also having epic meltdowns, including Mark Waid and Kelly Sue DeConnick. Okay, I'm not sure who they are, but you can jump into that story if you feel like it, guys. We're here to talk about Zegler. So this is the post she put up on social media. So let's dive into it and read it and see what she had to say here. So she said, "I find myself speechless in the midst of this. Another 4 years of hatred, leaning us towards a world I do not want to live in, leaning us towards a world that will be hard to raise my daughter in, leaning us towards a world that will force her to have a baby she doesn't want, leaning us towards a world that is fearful. I shouldn't be this shocked, but I am. I am heartbroken for my friends who are awoke in fear this morning, and I'm here with you to cry, to yell, to hug, to wax poetic on how the left continues to fail us in forging a new path forward. This loss should have been, and is certainly should not have been, by so many votes. I echo Ethel Kane's statement more than anything. May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace." What the fuck does that mean? She also goes on to say the following: "There is also a deep, deep sickness in this country that is shown in the sheer amount of people who showed up for this man who threatens our democracy. It is terrifying the number of people who stand behind what this man preaches. It is foolish, subscription to a false sense of security, of masculinity, of intelligence, of patriotism, and of humanity. There is no help, no counsel in any of them. I could go on, I won't, I feel sad, you probably do too. Fuck this." Continuing on, "Get off Elon's app, by the way. The fuck are you doing? They're eating you up on Twitter. I don't use that app for any reason. He helped get the man elected, and you're giving him business. I was talking about finding catharsis in art. I don't care if you're going to pick a fight with me. It's been done before. Find something real to be mad at today. There's plenty to go around." And finally, "Okay, that's all. Going on stage for an act or two and need to get off my soapbox before I get too heated. Sending love to everyone who needs it today. May we all carry each other through the worst and hold these politicians accountable. Your Dem govs just got very important. They already were, but hey, follow your governors, hold them accountable. Local government is where we will make real change. This is not the end ever. I will love through these 4 years as best I can. Fuck Donald Trump." May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace. Like, is that just a really subtle way of saying, I hope that you have a bad existence, that you have a bad life, that I wish bad things on you? Like, that's a really soft-handed kind of, lackadaisical kind of way of saying, I wish harm on you. And it's kind of really passive-aggressive. And yeah, it just comes off as smug and like, this woman, right, she comes across as so smug and so up her own ass. Like, she makes my skin crawl. Like, every single interview you see her in, like, the way that she talks, the way she presents herself, she's so just full of herself, and I just can't stand the woman. Whether you agree with Trump winning or not, that's not really the issue we're here to talk about. The fact that she's a major actress in a major Disney movie, you can't come out with these kind of, you know, these kind of political statements like this. You're representing a major film studio, and whether Disney are going to do anything about this, I would love to see. Because things like Gina Carano, who was fired from Disney for making political comments, she was fired ASAP. As soon as she made comments on social media, Disney, Gina Carano, they kicked her out the door, didn't want anything to do with her. Obviously, she's trying to sue Disney at the moment with the help of Elon Musk, which is great to hear. But yeah, but then Rachel Zegler can come out and say this, that she wishes that Trump supporters will never know peace and all this kind of stuff. But is Disney going to do anything about this? Absolutely not, because of double standards. So, let's go down. So, obviously, this here is just repeating what we just read, so I won't go into that again. So, she says at the bottom here, where was it? She said, I echo Ethel Cain's statement more than anything. So, Ethel Cain, I honestly don't know who that is, whether that's another actress or a musician. I've never heard of them. But we have this huge statement here from Ethel Cain, and Rachel Zegler says that she echoes this statement. I'm not going to read it verbatim, word for word. I'm going to put up this statement on screen. Feel free to pause the video and read this statement for yourself. But Rachel Zegler says she echoes this statement. It's a massive, long statement, as you can see here. Like I said, I'm not going to go into it and read it, but I will post up the entire statement here online for the next few seconds. Pause the video and read it at your own leisure, guys. And then while you're doing that, after, we're going to go over to the X platform and read a post and see what the community has to say in response to Rachel Zegler's comments about Trump supporters and Trump winning and her being fearful about the future and all this garbage that she's coming out with. So there you go, guys. I put it up for a few seconds. You've had a chance to pause it and read Ethel Cain's statement at your own leisure. Obviously, like I said, Rachel Zegler says that she echoes what Ethel Cain said here. So make of that what you will. But yeah, pretty strong political statements here. So let's go over to the X platform. So we have a post here from Steph Annie. Rachel Zegler hopes Trump supporters never know peace. Again, that sounds kind of ominous. It's a really light kind of way of saying, I want you to have a bad life. I want you to have a bad existence. I wish bad ill on you. And that kind of just shows you what kind of a person she is. For me, regardless of how someone votes politically, regardless of someone's religion, their thoughts, whether I completely disagree with someone on a subject, and I feel very strong, I never wish ill on anybody. I don't care who you are, who you vote for, your religious background, whatever it is. And to vote ill on people and say, oh, I wish you never know peace and all that, like, it's just really, really kind of shows the kind of horrible person that she is, in my opinion. You guys may feel different, but that's what I get from it. So, this is Disney's Snow White. By the way, she probably won't face any consequences for posting this by Disney due to the unfair double standard. And yeah, I think this is kind of referring to the Gina Carano problem. I can't remember exactly what it was that Gina Carano posted, if I'm honest. Was it something to do with the Israeli conflict? It may have been something to do with that, I think. And obviously, as soon as she posted it, Disney parted ways with her, like, pretty much instantaneously. And that's it. They kicked her out the door. But Rachel Zegler gets a free pass to post whatever she wants, because obviously Disney is a left-leaning company. We know that because of all of the kind of the pride and all the kind of representation and stuff that, you know, diversity and equality stuff that they try and shoehorn into their kids' programming. So we know that they heavily lean left, Disney does. And obviously with Rachel Zegler leaning left as well, they're not going to do anything about it. They're going to see it as okay. And ultimately, there's going to be no consequences for her statement here. So let's go down and read what people had to say. Okay, so we have another post here from Rachel Zegler as well. So let's read this quickly. So Rachel Zegler said, I'm not voting for Kamala Harris because I love her, or because she's my momala, or because she's a brat. I'm not voting for her because I agree with her on every issue. I'm fully ready to protest when she falls short. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because either she or Donald Trump will be president come January, and if Hillary Clinton, another deeply flawed candidate, had won in 2016, Roe v. Wade would be law today, and women who are now dead from treatable pregnancy complications would be alive, because I don't believe trans people and immigrants are the root of our problems as a country. Because I do not want a conservative Supreme Court for the rest of my life, because I want us to be able to protest her without having a National Guard deployed on us, because if she loses, I worry I may never vote again. So, I'm not going to say whether that's right or wrong for her to say that, but guys, just having read that, you can come to your own kind of conclusions, decisions. Should she, as a major representative, a major actress within Disney, the studio, representing the Snow White character for children and families, should she be coming out and posting this kind of material that's going to divide the fan base and potentially alienate half of the movie-going audience that are going to come out to see Snow White? You think of how many people now are going to read these comments and say, you know what, she hates us as Trump supporters, she doesn't like us, I'm not going to go to watch this movie, I'm not going to give Disney my money, and think of how much the box office is going to drop because of this. So, but then again, is it going to drop? Is it not going to drop? Is it going to have an effect? How big? How small? It's just hard to say. We'll have to wait and see, but it's not just the comments on social media about the political issues, it's also her prior comments about, the prince being a stalker and about Snow White being outdated, and now she's an independent, strong thinker, and she doesn't need no man, and all that kind of crap she was coming out with. So she's just piling on with this political issue as well. So let's go down and read some of these comments. I'll be looking forward to 4 years of hatred. Great work as usual. Meanwhile, Gina Carano gets booted without hesitation. Disgusting. I'll never support Disney. That's exactly the sentiments that I was saying. Gina Carano kicked out the door for posting on social media, but Rachel Zegler, she gets a free pass to post whatever she wants. I love that these self-absorbed, petulant children are just providing more and more fuel to the Gina Carano lawsuit against Disney. Yeah, I'm not sure what the latest update with the Gina Carano lawsuit is. I know that she was getting the backing of Elon Musk. I'm not sure if it's just financial backing or if it's kind of like lawyers that work for Elon Musk that are helping her, but it'd be interesting to see how that lawsuit pans out. So, hey at Disney, I hope you understand Rachel Zegler has lost you millions. Snow White is on track to be the biggest failure of all time. Please get her a good therapist before it's too late. Obviously, a few months ago, we looked into the Snow White trailer and we saw the amount of downvotes the amount of dislikes to likes. The ratio on the trailer just goes to show how much people are hating on this movie because of Rachel Zegler and the things that she said. So, I'm old enough to remember when Disney was a wholesome family entertainment with zero politics. Absolutely. Growing up in the 90s, I collected the Disney VHS cassette tapes. Disney was wholesome. You never heard about all this politics, about this diversity and inclusion, and all this kind of shoehorned, leftist, woke propaganda being fed into the Disney machine. It was never a thing back in the 90s. But now it's just all over the place, and it's crazy. I'm happy not to support anything she's in ever. Cuts both ways. I appreciate her making it crystal clear to avoid the product she's involved in. Disney, just for your information, I highly doubt I'll be the only one. I'm speechless. Rachel Zegler proceeds to write lengthy, unoriginal, whiny F Donald Trump screed. Gina Carano was fired for much less. What is Disney doing? Again, the Gina Carano thing that keeps coming up. Fuck Rachel Zegler, nobody cares about her already, but once her shitty ass Snow White film releases some bombs, it will reassert that she is not and never will be a movie star. I can't wait for all the YouTube content, honestly. Oh my god, when Snow White comes out, or when it's close to coming out, the amount of content that's going to be generated on YouTube. Disney, if anything, if you hate Disney, you have to say the secondary market that Disney is creating on YouTube for all the content creators like myself and other people that are generating money from the shit content that Disney is putting out is actually helping us YouTubers to succeed. So Disney is at least doing one good thing. Even if they're not doing it directly, they're creating a secondary YouTube market for people that hate their content and generate money from that. So, give them their dues. Give them their dues to some degree. The movie that she is in is toast. She is now insulting the majority. Great strategy. Gina Carano was fired for less. Dramatic much. Leaning us towards a world I don't want to live in. She sounds suicidal. Oh my god. So much of what she wrote is nonsense. Jeez, she's not okay. Who's going to break it to these petulant, unhinged children that wishing harm on others for their political or moral beliefs actually makes them fascists? Whether I agree with that or not, I'm not really sure. I'd have to think about it. But yeah, like I said towards the middle of the video, wishing harm on someone because they don't agree with you politically, it just shows what kind of person that she is. And I would never wish ill harm on anybody. Unless you're an awful, like, maniac who goes around, you know, killing people, then obviously I wish harm on you. Because I don't want you to do that kind of thing. But I would never wish harm on someone just because they disagree with me on political, religious beliefs, whatever the beliefs may be. I'd never wish harm on another person if you don't need to, you know. So let's read a few more here. Hey Disney, you fired Gina Carano for a hell of a lot less than this. Might as well shelve Snow White. No one is going to see it because no one wants to support this hate-filled Zegler brat. Absolutely, 100%. That's 100%. So, Gina Carano, more ammo for your court case. Of course, Disney won't do anything about Fivehead, Rachel Zegler. Okay, she just gave me even more ammunition to Gina Carano's legal team, and she doomed Snow White to being a massive box office bomb. Absolutely. Like I said, people were already hating on the Snow White movie because of the prior comments that she made on the original Snow White animated movie. But now you pile this political garbage that she's come out with on top of the comments she's already made, and you've got this nice kind of trifle stacked up. You've got this nice kind of the meat and potatoes, then you've got some veg, and then you've got this kind of trifle, and it's all kind of stacked up with all this nonsense on a big plate, all nicely. Put a little bow on top, and now nobody's going to go and watch your movie because everybody hates you. They think your movie's junk. They think your comments are junk. Nobody cares what you have to say. You've got to stick up your butt, and you're probably just the most hated actress in Hollywood at the moment because of the way you conduct yourself, and you have no one to blame but yourself. So there you go. So guys, I throw it up to you. What do you think about this? Do you think it's a much ado about nothing? Do you think it's just being controversial for the sake of it? Or do you think that people actually have a right to feel angry because of the political comments that she's made here? And what do you think about Rachel Zegler in general? Are you going to watch the Snow White movie? Has this turned you off? Are you still going to watch it? And do you still think it will make money at the end of the day? That's a lot of questions there, guys. Jump down into the comment section and let me know your thoughts on everything that's going on with Rachel Zegler and Snow White. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like and subscribe for more content. And as always, I will see you in the next video.